Hello, everybody, and thank you for taking the time to stop and watch my blog. Just want to tell you a quick introduction. My name is Zach. I have multiple sclerosis. I've had MS since October 2005, and I just wanted to get this blog out there. I like to write, but I'm really slow at writing, and then I just don't write, and then I feel guilty for not writing because I'm not doing a whole lot of other things in my life right now since I'm focusing so much on my health, blah blah blah. So this is a video blog, just to kind of get my voice out there and let people hear me. So purpose of this is to reach out to other people, also let people know what I'm experiencing as I go through this journey that I'm going to tell you a little bit about. So I was diagnosed in October 2005. My first symptoms started as tingling and numbness in my feet. It worked its way up to my knees, to my hips, to my chest. My whole torso was tingling. This was in high school. I was a senior in high school when all this was going down. Blah blah blah. Really long story, and I'll do another blog about that. I want to get to kind of the recent stuff. I've done Rebif, the injectable, for like 4 or 6 years. I've done Copaxone for like 7 months. I did Gilenya for about 3 years, and I'm currently on Tecfidera. Still kind of relapsing, but I'm kind of over the whole steroids thing. So now I'm looking into HSCT, which is hematopoietic stem cell transplantation. I think I'm saying that right. Which stem cells sound great. It's basically a bone marrow transplant, which doesn't sound as great. But the idea is that it is the first treatment or therapy to actually stop disease progression with multiple sclerosis. So I'm kind of excited about that. So that's kind of what this blog post is about today. That's kind of what I'm wanting to update people about. I'll make a few other videos and get people updated with kind of everything, but since there's a whole lot to say all at once, and I want to keep the videos kind of short so that people don't get bored and run away. So that being said, I learned about HSCT through my own research. You know, I've tried the holistic stuff, I've tried the medical route, I've tried all these things trying to get my disease under control. And HSCT is kind of what's going on. It's in the clinical trials now. A lot of people have um, used this therapy for cancers and things like that, but it's experimental because this is the first time that it's really been looked at for MS patients. Specifically, all of the neurologists and all the doctors that I've seen, they all kind of look at the disease the same way. It's an autoimmune disease we're just treating the symptoms after the fact. Dr. Burt in Chicago is actually treating autoimmune disorders. He's treating lupus. He's treating Crohn's disease. He's treating multiple sclerosis and stiff person syndrome. I didn't even know that was a thing, something called Devix. Like, he's treating autoimmunity rather than, treating the symptoms after the fact. So that's kind of something. It's a very extremely rigorous procedure. It involves some high dose chemotherapy. It involves collecting and harvesting your own stem cells, reinfusing you after the chemotherapy, some hospitalization, and yada yada yada. It's really involved, but it looks really good. And so I thought, all right, I'm going to put my name in the hat and see what happens. I mean, I have insurance. I'm currently on disability right now, which it shames me to say, but I'm not able to work in the capacity that I was. And so that's what's kind of spoken to me. So I sent the initial email. They turned me down right away. It was like within 2 hours. I sent the email. I said, hey, here's all the information that they wanted. Here's my MRI report. Like, here's, and they said, well, sorry, it looks like that, you would be more risk than benefit, and they shut me down. So it's like, okay, well, I guess I'll just go back to the drawing board. I actually just kind of was waiting around. I was doing my own little thoughtful prayers and whatnot, and I think September the 7th, they actually called me back. They called me back to let me know that Dr. Burt wasn't sure if I would be a good candidate for the stem cells, but he would like to do a formal evaluation if I was willing to come out to Chicago. So I've been getting everything together, getting my records, my MRI reports, my EEGs, my blood, blah, 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 like all of my stuff. So I've got like 3 years worth of stuff. And I finally got that all mailed off to Dr. Burt. And now I'm just kind of waiting to hear from Nurse Becky when we can schedule an appointment. So I am going to go to Chicago for an evaluation for this, but I don't really know how that's going to go down. So that's kind of what's going on with that. So I'm waiting to hear from Nurse Becky. Part of the whole stem cell transplantation procedure, they'll have to do a dental evaluation. So I'm trying to be proactive. You know, I went to my dentist. I was like, hey, what's going on? I got a couple of cavities back here that need filled. And so I went to go do that, and that's a whole other blog. But today, I'm actually going to go and have those 2 fillings filled. But that, you know, this is like my third or fourth dental appointment. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, in my next blog, I'll give you an update about like the dentist stuff. I apologize for not really being as entertaining. I will get more entertaining with my blogs. Not everything is entertaining. Not everything is sunshine and rainbows. But I did want to get a blog out there so that I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like there are people that can benefit from, you know, and I benefit from this, just kind of listening to me ramble. Anyway, thank you all so much for your time, and I hope you all have a great day. See you next time.